can.
I know I can.
Be what I wanna be.
Be what I wanna be.
If I work hard at it,
If I work hard at it,
I'll be where I wanna be.
I'll be where I wanna be.
My name's Tammy Duran. I'm from Cape Real, Ontario, which is northern Canada. I was on a tour, an adventure tour, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and then Thailand. I arrived here, Cambodia. There was a flyer in a hotel to volunteer at an orphanage, buy a t-shirt, help out. So I thought I'd spend a day, and I just fell in love. This was the first time that I was face to face with real poverty, like people who are not living, below average standards. These are people who don't have enough food to eat, don't have the opportunity to get even the most basic level of education. So just decided to make a life change. Been living in Siem Reap, Cambodia for the last 2 years.
Faith pours from your walls,
1, 3,
drowning
5, 4,
your
5,
calls.
6.
How ABCS and Rice started is a lady who spoke no English, and at the time I spoke no Khmer, showed up at the door and had something very important to tell me. The lady brought us to this lot of land over here. Please, you help children in the other villages, but you don't help the children in the village you live. I have land and I can rent to you. At that point, my bank account was negative $1,500. So I called Vanna. Vanna's my Khmer family, he's my brother. Vanna made a comment that struck a chord. He said, Tammy, sometimes in Cambodia, we close our eyes and walk. So I did. I said, okay, we'll build a hut and maybe next week. But the kids came like the next day. The kids just started coming. It started with me, a broken piece of whiteboard, Matt sitting in the back of the class heckling me, which made the kids smile, and we started going through the phonetic alphabet.
Good morning, ABC.
Matt and I really worked hard trying to fundraise, talk to people.
Financial needs are huge.
Raffles, we did 50-50 draws. We've gone from nothing to a double lot of land.
We've gone from bamboo shacks to these metal buildings, this new art building.
We dug a well that was exciting, scary because the guy was working and we didn't know how we were going to pay him when he was done. We just started getting phone calls and emails from people who like to come to Cambodia to see what they could do to help. And I guess that's when we realized that ABCS just really had a life of its own.
A lot of the school systems around here are too expensive for the population to go to.
It's one of the poorest countries in Southeast Asia, the least developed, the most corrupt. It's the families have no income, so I think many of them will be on the streets begging.
Started a reverse tuition. So you let your child come to school all day, let them be safe all day, let them learn, let them be a child instead of working. And in exchange, you get 15 kilos of rice, 2 cans of sweet milk. At various times we'll drop off salt, sugar. We've got the water purification tablets.
Through Tammy's food program, the children can afford to come here and Tammy feeds the families. Otherwise, they send them out onto the streets to beg for money.
I've seen little girls that were rescued off the streets, getting the support they need and getting education. I've seen little boys with the swollen belly and little stick legs start breakfast club and eat every day and learn his ABCs.
The breakfast club gets food into the students' bellies. Otherwise, they don't eat.
Right now we're feeding the ones who really just don't have anything in their bellies. Probably about 70 children right now. And the goal, once we have our kitchen block built, then it'll be the whole school. These kids aren't just sick, they brush their teeth now. They've seen dentists. Future of ABCS pasties and rice.
Continue to grow and expand our back to school and breakfast club programs.
Well, the children really need some encouragement.
It's the opportunity.
At the end of the day, all of the students here are going without at home. This is real, and any penny given would actually do an awful lot. 70 cents buys a kilo of rice. Everything's been, I guess, a leap of faith. You just close your eyes and walk. If we keep doing what we're doing and make it better and stronger, these kids are gonna grow up and get university diplomas. These kids are gonna be they're gonna be anything they want to be.
What I want to be.